I wonder for you as like an artist, is like, it's fan pressure, it's like label pressure, just expectations, people pitting you against other people. And
right.
I just wonder, like, what's been the toughest part of that to get through for you?
I think just the culmination of all of them. I think that there's healthy pressure, you know, because pressure.
What's healthy pressure?
Pressure is when you challenge yourself to be better, and when you challenge yourself to try a new sound, or when you challenge yourself to think outside of, you know, your previous thinking habits. So I think that when you use it and you're like, okay, I'm growing myself to be a better human, a better artist, a better woman, it has positive results. But if you're just internalizing all of these critiques, sometimes it can affect your mental health. So I think it's good to just take like the pressure, you know, with a grain of salt.
The last episode we did was with Carrie Hilson, and we were talking about, because she went through a lot of shit in her career.
Yeah.
But she came in her career, social media wasn't what it was, and then it became what it was while she made some mistakes. And you know, when you're an artist and you're a public figure now, it's just a different level of scrutiny, eyeballs, all that stuff. But you came in and it was already like that.
Yeah.
Like out the gate, day one, they put you on a little platform for everybody to have an opinion about a thing. I just wonder what that immediate time was like for you, adjusting to that.
Honestly, it's terrifying, but it's made me mentally strong, mentally tough. Because now I see things and I just be like, all right, let me go about my day.
Really?
Like, y'all just trolling. And I hope that everyone can like adopt that perspective of social media, because a lot of people, they don't realize that they're harming a lot of like people, hearts and minds. They're just doing it for clickbait. They're just doing it for reaction. They're just doing it for dark humor, whatever it is, at the expense of someone's mental health. If we were able to look at it from that lens, like, okay, these people have nothing else to do with their lives, that's why they're doing it, I think it'll save a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I know what it feels like to be trending for days or weeks. People just talking.
What do you do when you're in that state? What do you do?
Girl, I just delete the app.
You do? You shut it down?
You have to, because it's tempting and it's habitual to like wake up and just click on it, and then you're reminded, oh, this is what they're talking about. But it takes real discipline, because, you know, sometimes you feel disconnected. But, you know, delete the app. Talk to people who love you and who uplift you, and actually talk about what's going on in your mind, just so that you're not festering it.
That's so good that you're able to do that, because sometimes people hold all that stuff in.
Well, when you've been through it so many times, it's just like you don't want to continue to be in that same position over and over again, because it's detrimental to your mind.
Yeah. You seem from the outside to manage it well. Do you not?
Oh, no, I manage it well.
You do?
I think that's one of my superpowers.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, then you should do like a class or something, a mentorship program where you teach people how to do that.
I would like to. I would like to share my experience.
What is the number one tip you would say?
Let me think about one of my case studies.
Okay. You have a few now, huh?
I got a few. Let me do it with responding, right?
Yeah.
So I got a rule. I got a rule for myself, right?
A rule.
A rule. If I want to respond to something, I give myself a 5-minute timer. Okay. And if I still feel intensely about that reply, then I'll post it.
5-minute rule.
I set my timer. No, because I'll be like, some of my responses are so crazy, and I'm really happy that I wasn't impulsive with it. But you know, like, sometimes I might be a different girl 5 minutes later. So I really buffer myself that way. And so like when I post something and it's a clap back or a response, like I'm standing on it. Yeah.
You meant that.
I had time to think about it.
Yeah. It was premeditated. It was totally premeditated.
Absolutely.
Okay, so number one rule of managing outside noise and trolling and things like that on social media is to give yourself a 5-minute rule.
If you want to respond. Now, if you just being torn up on the internet, just delete the apps, because you're not doing anything for yourself. You know, you're only just like feeding yourself these things that are negative. But what I like to do is I like to talk to my parents. Like, hey, this is happening, or so-and-so, this and that. Like, they give me like some of the best advice.
That's so good. Your parents are young too, right?
Yeah.
They had you young.
Yeah.
Your mom was, I think I've read that somewhere, she was 17, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are kind of like, I don't know. I have friends that are like 15 years age difference, are like my friends. So you guys are still close enough where she can understand probably your life, right?
Yeah. And what's interesting about that is like, I've gotten to a place where I'm comfortable in like my adulthood and womanhood to just tell her everything now. So hearing her feedback is really fun, because at first I was like kind of uncomfortable because, you know, we didn't have those kind of talks when I was a kid, you know, whether if they was like personal or just about my other friends or about what I was going through. I was very private, very like quiet.
Guarded.
Yeah, guarded with my stuff.
Yeah.
But now I tell her stuff and her advice is just so good. I'm like, you should have a podcast.
Give your mom a podcast.
Right? She's a very, very wise woman.
That's really cute. She must be really proud of you, right?
Yeah.
And what about when you're going through things? How does that affect them?
I think it relieves them to know that they know what I'm going through and that I'm okay. I think when we have long streaks of just like not talking to each other, that's when they start to like wonder and worry. But as long as I'm communicating with them, they're fine. I just feel like my parents are really wise. I tell them all the time, like, I really would love to do a TV show on what you guys went through, because they just have so many like lessons and like life stories that they can like, you know, compare it to, or just like plain old good advice. Yeah.
So plain old good advice.
Yeah.
I love that. You started at what age? Like how old were you when you knew that this is what you wanted to do?
I was writing poetry in middle school because I didn't know how to express myself. So that was the only way I could like get my thoughts out. But in high school is when I like really fell in love with it. I had LimeWire. And that's where I really like discovered like Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj, and their mixtape era was just so crazy. So it really like made me realize that rap was just poetry over a beat.
What were you writing about? What were your poems about? Were they bad? Were they good?
They were great. I was in a...
what were you going through?
I would just talk about my day-to-day life, you know, like my crushes.
Oh, it was about boys.
It could be that. It could be about my aspirations. Because I've always been a big thinker. Like, I've always been a little girl with, like, big dreams. And I'm happy that I've been able to fulfill them. But I've always just been that person where I'm going to do this, this, and that. Like, I'm going to have a bake sale. I'm going to sell candy. I'm going to go to USC.
Did you do all those?
I'm going to have a music career in, like, entertainment, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, I did everything. And I think it's because I'm a little delusional.
They say to be really successful, you have to be a little.
No, I really am. Only because, like, sometimes when I talk about things, people look at me like I'm crazy. I've always just been like, oh, I'm going to do this and that. And I would just say it so casually. And one day, one of my friends were like, you know why I love you? It's because you're delusional, but everything you say you're going to do, you actually do it.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and check out all of the other episodes we have on Angie Martinez IRL podcast.